Hello, hello, my Let's Keep It Real people. I know you've been saying to me, Sandy, you talk so much about investing and being careful where you put your money, but you haven't brought a guest on that talks about that and also has our mindset. Well, Jacopo's in the house. How are you?
Hello, Sandy. Thank you. Thank you to invite me in this beautiful show. I'm so happy to stay over here and to share, my knowledge, my heart and my mind with you and your people.
Well, listen, I don't care what you say. I just want to listen to you talk. I'm sure you get that all the time. I was saying, Jacopo, say your name. I'm like, oh my God. So you say your name and then I'm going to say it. Listen to the difference, people. Ready?
Okay. I like my name is Jacopo Iasiello.
Okay. You hear that? And I'm saying Jacopo Iasiello. I got it
Perfect.
right, but it doesn't.
Sandy, perfect. You are almost
Perfect.
Italian.
Okay. All right. Let me tell you a little bit about Jacopo. Jacopo transformed early setbacks in Naples, Italy, which he invited me to. He doesn't remember that, but I'm going, into a thriving real estate career, building a multi-million-dollar portfolio by mastering cash flow and property flipping. He has learned from industry giants and formed relationships with billionaires, refining his unique approach to success. Jacopo will share powerful strategies. Woohoo! Show me the money from his upcoming book, Healthy, Rich, and Happy. Come on, Healthy, Rich, and Happy, to inspire you to achieve financial freedom and personal fulfillment. All right, before we get into that, Jacopo, you get to pick one word. One word, whatever pops in your head, that best describes your past 30 days, and why'd you pick it?
Happy.
Okay, you said happy. Why happy?
Because through my day, I try to every time to use gratitude and to be happy in the small moment, and this small moment becoming a big moment in all my day.
I like that. So throughout your day, I'm sure you have moments that you're not happy. Do you have a strategy to get back there?
Yes, absolutely. I have up and down every day when I wake up, and during my day. The methodology I use every time when I wake up is MPBE. This methodology, I share with all my heart, Sandy, in this book, and this helped me really to focalize my attention in what I want in my life. And I will share with you really easy what I want in my life. But I think so you want in your life, and everybody they want in their life. The name of this book, Healthy, Rich, and Happy. And this is not really something, is not something crazy. Reality is, I think so. The reality is when you starting your day to create a strategy to have this three word in your day. How I create this three word, healthy, rich, and happy in my day in my life through this kind of strategy. I utilize meditation, pray, biohacking, and exercise, and apply every time when I starting my day and when
Yeah.
I feel down in my day.
Okay, I want to hold it up right there. I did not pay him to come on the show, did I? No, no. I am so all about this, and I love that you have a different way because I was just talking about it. I call them my peeps in the neighborhood. They said, what inspired you to do your TEDx talk on movement, words, and laughter, the 3-minute shift? I go, what inspired me? I do that every single morning. That's how I start my day, and I start with the first 3 minutes no matter what. And then some days longer, some days shorter. But you have to find your way. So before we break that down, because this is freaking awesome and I want to get into that, I want to go back a little bit because I was reading some of your information and it was saying that since 11 years old in Italy, you were intrigued by books by real estate. people? Is that true, or did I get it wrong?
No, it's super true. It's super true. You know, it's I every time Sandy, I love from young age. I have this desire inside my heart, my body, my mind to really learn from each human being, but in particular, I am really attracted to people. They have a capacity to create something from nothing. I am, you know, so in love. What this means, you know, already at that age, really, I starting to understand the, you know, the power when you connect or through book or through or in person through other human being. And you know, I have this desire from this kind of age. And you know, I have every time in my life now, and I apply every day, and I am curious every day to speak with everybody because during my life, I understand how it's important to be connect with other human beings, you know.
Yeah. Well, were your parents like that? What were your mom and dad like?
My mom and my dad, they have a completely different life, you know.
Tell us more.
Yeah. They
Tell us
are
about growing up.
yeah,
Giacomo, growing up.
you know, and they have like my mother is she teaching in Italy,
Oh,
and my father is an engineer. And you know, for me, when I started my career in business, it's really difficult because they have different kind of idea about my life. They wanna,
oh,
you know, go in the normal path, you know, in the, you know, in Italy, you take your PhD at that time, you married with Napolitan women, and, you know, you have child, you stay near the family, and, you know, you create your own life how they want. But, you know, my life, I choose to go in different direction, but with their support from the first minute in my life, you know.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound like a bad life. Happy, happy, joy, joy, but it wasn't for you. It wasn't for you. And I noticed that you said you were a big soccer player, but then did you get injured at 17? What happened that you had to shift out?
Yes, like, you know, in 17 years old, you know, I play professional soccer in, you know, at the age from 13 years until 17 years old.
It was fun. Come on.
Yeah, really. And I, you know, I leave my house in Napoli at this age because I travel, you know, in different football club in Italy. And, you know, 17 years old, I have before all my art, all my energy. My dream is to becoming a professional soccer.
Okay.
And, you know, I have injury and, you know, I need to shift completely and, you know, my direction of my life, you know.
Hmm. That must have been so hard.
A really big pain point. This is my first one in my life where, you know, I feel completely, you know, down. I don't know where I need to go, what I need to do. And I feel really, you know, I feel really alone too if my family support me in every minute of my life because all my dream is like becoming soccer, you know, play soccer professional, you know. And from over there, I have the backup is like I love to learn from, I told you, from young age through entrepreneur and people. And, you know, over there, I starting my new life, you know.
All right. So my people want to know, because I sent your information, why jewelry? It says that you started a jewelry chain. All right. So there you are, pain point, can't play soccer. You have to bob and weave. And you started a jewelry chain in Italy that took you to Africa. How'd you come
Yeah.
upon that?
And I will explain, you know, what's going on when at that age, like around 17 years old, when I have this injury, like after, you know, I started to have relationship with one my ex-girlfriend and was going on. I am so young, and you know when you first of all you meet the girlfriend in Italy, it's like this. You wanna bring a gift to her, and I go in
Oh,
one in place in Napoli, where is this area is from jewelers. All business in this area is from jewelers. And, I remember like yesterday, I becoming so in love with jewelry, with a diamond, with, emerald, with sapphire and everything, where I started to think about how I possible starting to this kind of business, because after I finish my career to professional soccer, and I starting to speak with people, because this is what I love, understand. And they told me, yes, it's difficult because first of all, you need a lot of money, blah, 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 whatever. But I find one person where he told me, yeah, but think about you are young, you possible take some money from government in Italy. And what I do, I apply, I go to my family and I tell you, hey, I will take my PhD in business management,
Okay.
but at the same time, I want to create my independence from you. I want to be, I want to do a working and do business. I take this, my family. They are initially, they told me, hey, this is not what is your, what we want, but we will support you. And this is important. What's going on, I starting my career in the jewelry business, and I opened my first shop, Sandy. And over there, with the money from the government from Italy, and from over there, I learned my first big mistake in business. The big mistake I will share is, location, 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 location is most
Absolutely.
important thing.
Don't I know it?
I imagine.
Same thing with the health club business. You could be really great, but you better pick the right location.
I imagine. And after this, Sandy, was going on, I opened this shop. I spend all this money from the government where I need payback to the
Yeah.
government. And was going on after 6, 7 months. I finally go sleep in my shop in the second floor, because the shop is not really go in good way. And my family told me, coming back to the house, we will figure out how we resolve this problem. You continue to study, but I feel really sad, really, I like really something inside my heart, and I don't want to give up about this dream to becoming entrepreneur. And I asked to my father, hey, I understand my mistake, lend me some money, really small amount of money, and I
Yeah.
am sure we will change the situation. Thanks God, my father, support me in everything. And, after, we closed the shop, we reopened one shop. I starting this new shop, and from over there, I becoming, I open a chain of jewelry in Italy, in different city of Italy, and, everything starting. I travel in Africa for gold, diamond. I live in Abidjan, in Ivory Coast for a couple of years. I have like really different path in my life. Thanks to my
Absolutely. Dad got his investment back. Woo-hoo.
yeah.
And you know what? That's a true entrepreneur. I mean, you were definitely an entrepreneur because you could have just said, all right, that didn't work out. But you're like, no, you went out, got some money. I'm going to shift it around. All right. So now this is fascinating. This is like a month of an interview, but I have so many questions, but we only have so much time. When did you make your turn, or why? I know you made it when you were 22 into, okay, I'm going to start flipping homes in real estate,
Yeah, around 22 years ago was going on. I started to read one book, changed completely my life.
which is,
The Robert Kiyosaki book, the Poor Dad, Rich Dad. And
oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
unbelievable, changed completely my mindset. And I started sending to understand how is important really to becoming investor. What this means, I already with my shop create some amount of money, I have some money to starting to buy property. And at 22 years old, I starting in Italy. I buy my first property in the auction in Italy. I make 34,000 euro, and think about, 34,000 euro at that time is really big money.
And
Plus,
22, and you're 22 years old.
I feel completely like, something really changed my life from,
Yeah.
from that point, at 22. And from over there, I started my, in the same time, I have my shop, but at the same time, continue to invest in real estate in Italy, in the auction, in this kind of the property where I flipping.
Okay. So I didn't read that book till like 2 years ago. And I was like, where have you been all my life? And you know what's funny? And I think I'm listening to you, Jacopo, and I don't think you had this, but it took me, and even to this day, to work through that money was evil and that people that had money, they ended up not being good people. I mean, I grew up and I get it in the projects, and the mindset was, I think that's how they justify it. Is that, well, you don't want to make money, because if you make money, you'll change who you are, and it's not going to be for the good. And I remember, I don't know if you ever thinking when I started doing well, oh my God, I'm going to change. I'm going to become this horrible human being. And I was like and I was overly giving it away. Like it was crazy. I was compensating. I still battle that. I don't know. Do you ever have any of that? It doesn't seem
Yeah,
it.
yes, Sandy. No, it's really true what you share with me, because wherever religion you are in general, in religion, we have this misconcept about, money. Remember, money amplify what you are. If you have good art, you will becoming more tangible human being. And for me, what I want to share, how I changed completely my prospect on my life, because too, I remember, my family, when we go to church and everything, we listening this kind of the feeling in culture in Italy too.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, but what I'm now 1000% absolutely convinced about what I share with you. Money amplify like your life, and with money you possible create more good thing in other human being. And I will share something really maybe hard to share, but I am completely open. I think so. Everybody, we need to focalize to create more abundance in our life,
yeah,
where we starting from the abundance inside, and automatically this abundance inside transmute to abundance in external. What this means, it means this one, when you starting to becoming better human being inside yourself, you started to love more yourself, you started to really be nice with other human being, automatically open for you different kind of door. And what's going on when other door is open, you started to create external abundance. With this external abundance, you possible becoming really an amplificator of good thing. Because what's going on, I share every time this, we have two possibility to really touch other people's life, to our world, our communication, our smile, whatever. And second of all, you need to touch other human being, like how you doing, for example, with your podcast. You touch other heart, other human being, other life. And this is possible only when you create abundance internal, and automatically you create abundance external, because this podcast touch other human life and create money, possible help other people, because you possible becoming philanthropic entrepreneur, you possible help other human beings they don't have. If you are poor internally and poor externally, unfortunately, you possible help people only in some way, but you don't have the energy, you don't have the strongness to have this power inside you, because you need to think about how I pay my bill, how I go in my life. For this reason, so important to build the part inside, and I know how build this part inside, how this is the reason why I share this book. And after everything will coming, it's not like a fluffy thing, it's like something crazy. In reality, when you started to build something inside you, where you have the peace inside, is a step-by-step strategy, is a, is not working for everybody, but if you starting, we will work for you.
I'm getting chills. I got chills. Okay. So I want to break that down, so because that's really, 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 really important. And I'm glad that you are saying it right at this time, because I think it is so needed. When you were talking about abundance, it's more about starting with you and if you feel abundant. And I just want to make sure, because this is how I truly feel. For me, my mission has always been to spread joy. So every day, I want to find pure joy within me. For me, it's internal. It's me loving myself, all of me, good, bad, and ugly, and accepting it, forgiving, being kind and grace to myself. When I do that, I can show up more for others with pure joy. And to me, happiness is external, the pure joy. I show up, I could be happy in a paper bag. Not that I don't want the other stuff, but it's because I spend time on cultivating pure joy. With abundance, it's the same way. By the way, my friend, whether you believe it or not, in North Carolina, just yesterday, she says we exchange energy and we do it through angels. And she's like, I'm sending you my abundance angel. And she just sent it yesterday, just meaning for me to highlight that more, because I'm doing different businesses in my life, to make sure I consider that. And I just want to make sure, because that's really important. And that leads me to your method. So for you to have abundance out there, you have to feel it inside and feel worthy, and then show up that way. And then your actions will be different. And in order to do that, you have this, for you, MPBE that you do every single day. Is that correct? Is that what I'm hearing? I just want to make sure I got it right.
Correct 100%, Sandy. The thing is like this, if you never suffer in your life, you never becoming and feel the pure joy. This is reality. When you suffer, you becoming, you have I see the two opposite sides in my life. Really suffer in my life for different pain point. When I told you I starting at 17 years old with my soccer, after moving over here, different kind, the up and down.
Yeah.
And thanks God, I have one word in my heart, and my mother told me from when I am super young. He told me, you are resilient, you are resilient, you are resilient.
Ah,
But I understand something, now every day, what I tell myself? I want everything in my life now coming without too much effort, with a smile, with, easily.
yeah.
Because what's going on, my resilient really working at that time, all my up and down. But if at that time I have this method, MPBE, I don't create, I only assemble it. It's I take the information outside and I assemble it together. If I have this method, for sure I will suffer less, and I will have more energy and joy through my down point, okay?
Yep, yep. I say it's not that it's not going to happen. I just don't want you to get stuck there so long. How quickly are you going to shift out of it? All right, so I want to make sure we have time to break down the MPBE. But before we do that, how did you discover this? What was the path to get you there?
Yes, the thing is this one, around 29 years old, I already create my, success external. What it means at that time I have create my chain of jewelry in Italy. I started real estate. I feel invincible.
Mhm.
I feel I know everything. I feel I am better than other human being, but in reality, I don't know nothing. And when you feel too much, automatically, whatever you want to call the divine, God, or whatever you believe, bring you something to tell you, hey, probably this is not your path. You need to find another way. What's going on? I, after arrive at one point where I have all this material thing in my life, but I don't feel any more satisfied, and I want to find other thing to put joy in my life. And I starting to see the opportunity over here in United States,
Oh,
for real estate business. And what's going on? My change, meaning I change completely my life when I coming over here. My family, they don't understand why you need to do this. If technically you possible live comfort life for you, you already built something. The business in Italy will, at that time started to go down because it's the time about 2008, 2009. But, I want to feel something. And what's going on when I started to this shift in my life, I feel completely alone inside. And one my friend told me, you need something to build inside. And he suggests to me meditation transcendental. And from over there, I starting this technique, meditation transcendental, and change completely my life. I will suggest through my friend, my enemy. Thanks God I don't have enemy, and to everybody.
okay. So that happened when you moved to Miami and your friend suggested it.
Yeah,
Okay.
when I starting, I the first 3-4 year, I go back every every 2-3 months
Yeah.
from Miami and Italy, like a
Yeah.
ping pong, because I have a business in Italy. My father take care about business, but the
Yeah.
business started to shift, and I coming over here because the shift over there and Italy and the business over there don't bring me more energy, more, I want to find something where I possible build more strengthness and economy and put myself out. And, this is the reason I started to search in Google what's going on in Florida. And at that time, you remember the mortgage, the problem about mortgage. I coming over here. I don't speak English at that time, no Spanish,
Oh,
anything. That's it. I'm moving over here, and the first time, couple of 3-4 years, at that time, really hard moment, really hard, because I am alone, no friend, no anybody over here. My family told me, come back to Italy. Don't worry, you will be normal. You already create something over here. You understand?
hey, what year is it? Tell me what year it is right now, that year.
2011, I coming
Okay.
in United States. The
Okay.
first time I coming.
Okay. Okay. So how'd you learn English? What did you
Yeah, like better than me. The how you learn is two way with the other sex, and in general, like speak. I go through really what I do at that time is this one. I go to school in the morning, and the second of all, every time I have one book with me where I write everything, and when I listening something from people they speak, I write how is the pronunciation about the word. And I started to put everything in this book, and slowly I communicate, and now I try to do my best, but with
Great.
Saint Italy.
Yeah. Okay. Woo. All right. So making sure, because they're going to kick my butt unless I get this in. And they can always get your book, and I'm sure they can reach out to you. But you meditate, morning, pray, biohacking, and exercise. They want to know. You said you do something every single morning. How long is your morning routine?
My morning routine is take like from 4:30 in the morning around 5:45, where I do meditation, pray, biohacking. I use some device to help me in reprogram my mind every morning with good information in my mind. And after this 1 hour and 50 minutes, I go to gym. I do my gym, really hard. I try to every day improve myself in something. And, I finish my whole MPBE like around 6:30, 6:45. It's like almost 1 hour from meditation, pray, and use this device, another hour in exercise.
Okay. So I know that people are going to be like, wait a minute. And I do have friends that get up at 3:30 and 4:30, but not everyone. So basically, when a lot of people are getting up, you've already gone through your whole process. All right, let's break it down a little bit. You meditate. I got that. I got the prayer crossover. What's the biohacking device that you're using?
Yeah, the biohacking
A lot
device,
of stuff out there.
yeah, is like one help me a lot, is Brain Tap is the name from Dr. Porter. Is a device where you put in your head and, you have good information inside your ear, and plus you have some kind of light where is connect the world with the light, and it is like a process to induce your mind to absorb better information. And another device I use, and for me is really change, because I am remember, I am entrepreneur, I am investor, I am pragmatic human being. What this
Yeah,
means,
yeah.
I wanna use something, have the result about what I do, and control every time the result. I take, this ring Aura is a ring where I track every day, based in the day before, based in exercise I do the day before, based in what I eat the day before, based in how long sleep during the night, and which kind the quality of sleep I
Yeah.
have. And this one give me, this is the most too important I utilize, but I use something else too. But it is the most too important because this give me the path where I going with my MPB method. But something really important I want to share with you, Sandy. For me, it's important to have this device in my life, but I'm not addicted to this device. What this means, what I am only addicted in my life is to find inside myself with meditation my time. What this means, if you don't have the possibility, or if you don't want, or wherever, this device is something where you will add to your practice. But wherever, the most base important is the meditation. And normally, Sandy, in the biohacking, is something where everybody they possible do. For example, I do 3 minutes of cold shower, where in the morning I wake up, where it's changed drastically my nerve, everything. I do my
Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins. Yeah, Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins is like one my mentor. From thanks God I go to the first seminar at 19 years old, and I learn a lot. I continue to learn a lot from this beautiful human being, and he share a lot to the human community.
Yes, yes. Oh my God, Jacopo. Okay, so Let's break it down, because I really want to be able to, there's people out there that are listening that already have a practice, but they can get this and they can take it up a notch. You know, they can say, all right, I've already been doing this, and what are different things I can add even more, which is phenomenal. What about the person I just, that doesn't have a routine at all? This would be like, are you kidding me, Weston? I can't do an hour of this, an hour of that. I want to just make sure I heard it right. Yes, it's important, all the other things you're doing, but the most important thing for you is the meditation prayer piece every morning that
Correct.
you do.
Correct. It means, like, for me, bring, my inner self to at the place where I have clarity to decide what I need to do during my day. What is
Yeah.
mean? I need, like to close my eyes and, go inside myself and becoming nothing. What is means, when I do meditation, my mind, because I repeat a mantra, my mind is becoming like flat, and I transcend my life, my mind, where automatically, and becoming, like, for a lot of people that don't meditate, becoming a place where I receive external, but inside is internal
Yeah.
input,
Yeah.
where automatically, when I wake up from this state of transcendation, I have idea, and I have capacity to have the energy plus the clarity to decide about every problem in business or in life we receive every day. And this is the masterpiece. Is I every time I speak with somebody, I show like a column, meditation, pray, biohacking, and exercise, a column in each human being. But if you tell me which is for me absolutely the must, I will tell you meditation and pray. Why pray? Because pray, wherever you pray, give you, in particular, I love a one pray where is serenity pray, where this pray give me the serenity to accept every condition, every situation coming in my day and in my life, and bring my nerve to a state where I feel really in peace, where I feel capable to go after my dream.
You know what's really funny, and I know they're going to write in. I just love you. And you know why I love it is because the same message you're getting out in a totally different way. So, just to give you a little idea of what I do every morning, I create a dance. And when I'm dancing, I'm saying different things to myself, like I'm strong, I'm powerful, and I pick a word every single day. And it could be pure joy, it could be resilient, it could be, if I'm negotiating, which was yesterday, it's powerful, and I focus in on that. And then it lifts my spirit. I journal, but when I meditate, I'm mountain biking or hiking, and then I find a tree. Every single day, I bike or hike. I mean,
Beautiful.
unless it's impossible. And I also work out. But when I'm doing that, that's when I communicate with the universe. I call God Neil for a whole different reason. And I'm like, yo, Neil, but I have this personal conversation. But I'm moving and meditating and then praying. And it's totally different. But the thing that I want to tell people is the most important thing is you find your way. And I love, because I'm so different than you. And I know, like, I just had a client that signed up with me. He's a banker, and I'm like, he's looking at me like, huh? But this would be so for him. You know what I mean? He would get up at 4:30 in the morning and he would be all freaking about this.
And Sandy, I am 100% agree with you, because the beauty about human being, we are everybody completely unique and different. What this means for me, for example, what you share right now is so true. For example, other human being, I have a friend, they working really beautiful. Their mind is super creativity when they working during the night. And I am the opposite. In the morning, I need to do some different kind, the part of the important, Sandy, what you share with me is really this. Everybody listening to this podcast, they need to try wherever is working for them. And if I possible share with you and your people is this, try during the day to use different kind the technique.
Mm,
Understand first of all, if for example is working better, you are more creative in the morning or in the afternoon or in the night, and use this kind of different technique to the dancing or to the affirmation, how you send it tell in different part of the day. Like this, you will understand where is located your more powerful energy during the day, and you will understand which kind the technique
yeah.
working better for you.
Yeah, I light up at 10 p.m. I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
God, I create businesses. And my son saying, I can't wait. I can't wait. And and other people are like, no, I got to get up at 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, okay, you're right. You got to find what works for you. All right.
Right.
Oh my God, the time is almost up. But before we go, I want to just give them a little more information on your book. You'll tell us where they can find it. But what made you decide to write this book?
Yeah, Sandy, the main reason how I share before with you is only one. When you receive something from something external to your life, whatever you want to call, and you receive in your life, and you this kind the strategy is working really good for yourself, I have obligation to share what I learn in my life to other human beings. Because if I don't share this kind of info, I will be really egoistic. I will be no open heart. We need the only main reason is because I want share with more people as possible the message, and you really possible create your life in the way where you becoming healthy, rich, and happy. And how you show, how you explain, you know, if you don't starting to do something, you never realize if you are where is your inner powerful energy. And this book will be a step guide where people they will find the way how possible build in their lives something internal with different kind of study I do. What this means is like this. I love every time I read one book, I love the book where the book give me the information, and this information is applicable in my life, and this information be coming from some kind of the authority source, university or wherever. What I do something like this. I go after I study, everything, and I see which kind of benefit, for example, meditation give, pray, biohacking, and exercise, and I put this information inside the book. And after, in the second part of the book, because I am pragmatic human being, it means I wanna the people I touch, I want they create more abundance in their life. I create the second part of this book where I speak about what is for me the most easily, but is not easily, but is one way really more easy respect to other way to create wealthy. And I think the real estate is something where is more easily create wealthy respect to go in different kind of direction. This is my idea.
We have to go, Jacopo. It's sad. It's really, I'm so I was booked into like February and I said, I'm like, okay, but wait a minute. Somebody just canceled because their business is being audited. Sorry about that. But anyhow, I was like, do you want to come on? He's like, yes. So it was meant for you to come on now. It was meant.
And I appreciate really, Sandy, and I appreciate because you give me the possibility to share my heart, my information, and really the only main reason because I create this book is to share powerful information, give me energy, abundance in my life to other human being. And think about this, Sandy. All my the money I receive from this book, I will donate to two kind association. One association will be, young human being association, where this association uh, help young people to find their path, their life. And the second of all, I am really in love with elderly people. Why elderly? Because I don't know why in our society it's really strange. When people becoming old, we automatically, think about they are no anymore useful for the society. It's the opposite because these kind of people possible create more knowledge and give this knowledge to the young people. And my dream for the next part of my life will be create something, some organization where I the elderly help the young people. They need to find a path. They have their capacity. They want to help each other because one have knowledge and the other one have energy, and when you mix these two human beings, they becoming really powerful.
I do. And I have some people I have to set you up with, but we got to go. But before we go, is there anything we didn't get in? I think we got in a lot. And there is something. Where can they get your book? I think it doesn't come out to December, but can they pre-order? What's the deal and how can they find you?
Yeah, I have like my website, www.healthyrichandhappy.com. Over there,
Okay.
you possible pre-order the book, and you have some different bonus I share with the people to help me to spread out this message, because with this message is really important for me. And for this reason, I share this because Sandy, what I think about really from my heart, some kind the action, like how you doing in your day, like with the podcast, other people they do will touch really other people life. And when you touch other people life in this particular moment in our society, we have energy, and you never know when your word touch another human being and change the life of this other human being. For this reason is I tell you, really thank you. It's not like I am really happy when meet people like you, because how you spread it out this kind of message, you never know. And this is happening in my life. You never know when some kind of word or some kind of action have some big impact in other people's life, and when you spread out good thing, coming in your life other good thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, my let's keep it real people. Come on. He definitely kept it real. There's so much great information. We'd really appreciate you sharing, liking it, and rating it. And you know what I'm going to say. Until next time, thank you, Jacopo, and toodles.
Thank you, Sandy. I really appreciate, for everything.